them. That's what you want.
Chill. What's the deal? You already know what it is. Back in this from another video to pump out to my young boys, maybe girls. Yes, sir. We coming back here with another stream. Yes, indeed. Should we enter the broadcast? Make sure you like the video. Leave a comment. Don't be a stranger. Let me know you in here. And subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss a video. Cause we do all of these live. We do all of these live and direct. Therefore, you can come in the chat. We can chop it up. Talk. Do whatever it is that we do. And we can have a fun little time. Good little time. Good time. I just left the stream. I just did a stream. I was talking about incels. Make sure you check that out. Very important stream, especially to the men. Gave them all a lot of knowledge when it comes to getting women and all of that type of good stuff. All of the stuff that we need to hear. And I was reacting to this Jordan Peterson guy talking about it, and I got recommended another video from him, and I said, you know what? Excuse me, I'm about to go live again and see what's going on here with this video. Double upload for today, so let's get right into it. The one question that exposes your fake friends is what this video was called. Let's see what he's talking about.
Best. You want the best for the best in them. That's what you want. And that's what you want from people that you surround yourself with.
How to instantly know your real trusted friends.
If you have a friend and you tell them bad news, they're actually sad, and you can tell them. They will listen. You know, they'll listen. They'll take the damn pain. And they won't tell you about some worst thing that happened to them, defensively, say. Or they won't secretly be happy that you got knocked off your pedestal. You know, they'll listen. And then the other thing is if you have a friend and something good happens to you, they're happy. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is you, like, you know, if you're trying to quit smoking and your friends are offering you cigarettes, that's, like, look, there's a joke. You can make a joke about that. And if it's a joke, it's fine. But
see, you got a friend, every time you come up on something, every time you up dog shit, or whatever, you get a little something, and they are not happy for you, bro, or they ain't gotta be jumping up and down, yippee, and all of that type of shit. They ain't gotta do all that. But if you notice that you can feel the energy, if they energies change and you feel like there's some low-key jealousy in it, that's probably not your friend. And, you know, I'm about to add a little twist to this, because you can learn if you're not somebody's friend by how you feel when they doing good / bad. Yeah. If you got a spirit in you that's like, you don't really care about somebody's success or they failure, or they coming to you telling you something and you feel like, you know, you not really that invested, then you not reciprocating that friendship, because you don't believe that person is your friend. They're really just occupying your space at that point. You feel like they're another body that's occupying your time. And I'd say it's time that you distance yourself from that person, because it's a dead giveaway. You can't lie to yourself. If you feel like whenever this person talks to you, it's an inconvenience. You feel like whenever they telling you something, it's like, what the fuck do this person want? Excuse my language. What do they want? Or whatever. That's not your friend, and it's about time you accept the fact that that's not your friend. And you call a spade, because just like how you would sit up there, well, you probably can't, but it's the same thing, bro. You need to start paying attention to your own feelings and being like, you know what, this person is not really my friend. I don't really fuck with them like that. I did it again. I don't really mess with them like that. It is what it is. I'm not really vibing with them. I don't really care about if they doing good. I mean, if they doing good, that's good for them. If they doing bad, that's unfortunate. If you got those kind of emotions, then it's time to you to face the music and understand that you and that person have grown apart. So, let's keep going. That's another way that we can approach this for acknowledgments.
Those sorts of jokes aren't jokes. It's
Right,
like,
they're-
I'm smoking, you're quitting, you think you're better than me. It's like, can I get you to smoke? And then I don't have to be like embarrassed that I'm not able to do it, or you're an alcoholic. And I think, yeah, who cares about the fact that you've screwed up your third marriage? It's like, have another drink, ha ha ha. It's like, no. And the other thing, people don't exactly understand that it's okay morally to choose people that are trying to help you be better, and to shy away from people who are going to drag you down. You want the best for the best in them. That's what you want. And that's what you want from people that you surround yourself with. Now, they'll hold you to a high standard if that's the case, right? Because whenever you degenerate in any of the multiple ways that you're likely to degenerate, they're going to like whack you on the back of the head and say, clue the hell in. You're demeaning yourself. You're less than you could be. And there's real judgment in.
Yeah, if you're not being held accountable by your friends, then they don't really give a fuck about you just the same way that you didn't care about them. Like when I was just saying the perspective of if you feel like that you just don't care when a person is doing good or bad or whatever, not necessarily you don't care, but you don't feel anything, it doesn't move you, then you're probably the person you're not that person's friend. You're not reciprocating that energy because that's just not what you feel. Now, if you sit up there and you're trying to do good or whatever, and that person is, and vice versa, they don't really care enough about you to see you do better, or they condone you doing bad, or they don't care enough about you to correct your bad behaviors, then that exposes them that it's time for them to face the music that you're not really a friend to them.
And it's harsh, but with friends, it's the same thing. You want friends. They're not friends if they're not these people. You want friends who, when something good happens to you, that's good for you, right? They're happy about that. They're not like all bitter and resentful underground and like saying horrible things behind your back and telling you how they did something that was better and trying to drag you down. It's like, that's not helpful. And then when something bad happens to you and you go to them and you say, look, this terrible thing happened to me. First of all, they don't try to top it with some like horrible thing that happened to them because they don't have the patience to listen. And second, they're not secretly gloating about the fact that catastrophe finally befell you. It's like they're actually hurt by it. And that chapter is an injunction. It's like, take a look at the people that are around you. And if they're not on the side of what's good for you, then walk away. Because
What's the deal?
first of all, that's best for them too. If you put up with that, all you're doing is enabling it. It's like, well, it's okay that you mistreat me in a way that's harmful to me and everyone else. It's like, actually, no, that is not okay. It's not the least bit okay. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try to help someone when they're down. That's a whole different issue.
What if it's your family? So you know how you say like walk away, right?
Yeah.
Do you still walk away from your family, or do you?
You do if it's necessary.
Yeah.
There's lots of different ways of walking away.
See, that's the thing. When we get caught up with this family thing, bro, it's all of the same, bro. A toxic person is a toxic person. You got to put yourself before the family and all of that type of stuff. It's you wake up. You the only one that wake up in your body every day. Don't nobody else wake up in that body but you. Therefore, you can do whatever it is that you feel is right when it comes to your body or what you do. Actually, I ain't even gonna say that, because y'all gonna try to clip that and then call me my body, my body, my choice. Ain't none of that. When it comes to all of that other stuff, y'all know my sentiments on it. That's not just your body at that point. But while it is only your body, yes, You can choose to distance yourself from people. You can choose to leave if you feel like that they not moving down the same path as you. If they not walking on that straight and narrow path when it comes to this journey and getting closer to the Most High, yeah, it's time to distance yourself with them, because they're gonna do nothing but drag you down at the end of the day. They either if they not gonna become like you gonna become like them, and that's all it is to it.
Oh yeah, like create boundaries.
Well, there's that for sure. There's that. I mean, you sometimes someone's on an incorrigible path. Like, there's just nothing you can do. Maybe they're aiming down. They're aiming down hard, and they're bitter, and everything they do is to produce misery, virtually everything. And you have to detach yourself from that. It's like, I always think about it from the perspective of a lifeguard. So if you're training to be a lifeguard, one of the things that you're trained to do is to approach someone who's drowning and panicking. And the way you approach them is you put your foot out between you and them, and you push forward with your hands with your foot out. And you basically tell them, if they're flailing about, you say, look, I'm here to help, but you have to calm down. And then if they cling to you, like in panic, you push them away. You think, well, that's pretty damn cruel, because what if they drown? It's like, yeah, what if you both drown? That's like not helpful. You're there to rescue them. They take you down. You're both dead. It's like fail, right? So
Exactly.
you say, look, quit panicking. I'll help you out, but I'm not drowning along with you. It's like, well, it's the same with someone in your family. It's like, if they're on a downward path and you've done your best, you've made your efforts, and they're not paying attention. They're not changing. They say, yeah, well, I'll quit doing this. Yeah, I'll quit doing this. They tell you the same story over and over and over. It's a downhill path. You don't trust it. At some point, first of all, you stop.
And, in case y'all didn't catch it, that's what I essentially just said. When it comes to the lifeguard analogy, that's what I just said. Either two things is going to happen. They going to come with you and live, or they going to bring you down and y'all die together. And that's just how it's going to go. But if they not willing to, like his analogy, stop flailing their arms and stop being destructive and stop trying to take everything into their own hands, then you going to have to leave them be. Otherwise, you going to fall with them.
Offering your words, that's do not cast pearls before swine. A very, very harsh statement, right? But what it means is, if you're offering...
That's in that scripture right there. I'm surprised he didn't drop the actual verse, that is, but that's a
words
Bible
of
verse
wisdom
right there.
to someone
Casting your
in the
pearls
genuine
amongst swine.
attempt to help, and they treat that with contempt, then shut up, because you're demeaning your words by throwing them away. You think, well, how do you help someone who's aiming down? Well, sometimes you help them by walking away and saying, look, you're aiming down so hard that I am, despite the fact you're my brother, man, it's like, this is killing me. You're aiming down so hard, I'm not coming along with you. And the reason I'm not is to tell you in no uncertain terms that what you're doing is so terrible that I will even violate our kinship to oppose it. And maybe it'll take them 10 years to wake up to that, And so that can be the case because, people often have to be hit so many times before they'll learn. You see that especially if someone's...
Yeah, and I was saying that it's a shame that's the problem with a lot of humans, bro. Like, a lot of people gotta learn. I always say this: people gotta learn the worst way possible in order for it to finally click in. Like, we shouldn't be the type of people we don't want to be the type of people that gotta sit up there and keep putting our hand in the fire until it fall off completely to understand, okay, let me stop doing this, let me stop being destructive, let me stop going down the same path. But sometimes people be in such daily loops, it's hard for them to see that they're being destructive to themselves. So let's keep going. It's sad, but that's the reality for folks.
Or otherwise pursuing a pathway that's like seriously downhill. Here's how you know if someone's your friend. A, you can tell them bad news, and they'll listen. They won't tell you why, you're stupid and why that bad thing happened to you and how something worse happened to them once and, derail the whole conversation. You can actually tell them bad news and they'll listen. So that's a good thing. And then this is a weirder thing. You can tell them good news and they'll help you celebrate. And that's a really good way of deciding who you should have around you, because if you have someone around you, something good happens to you, and you're kind of afraid to even admit it because, God, something good happened to you. It's like, you let that be known, it'll certainly be taken away. So, you come out and you sort of tell someone half-heartedly that something good happened to you, and they give you a whack, and then talk about, the great thing that happened to them 3 years ago, or worse, the great thing that happened to someone that they knew 3 years ago. It's like, go away from...
Yeah, those are like blatant red flags. If you tell somebody something good and they don't want you to have a moment so bad that they will tell you something even better that happened to somebody else, that's just a damn shame right there. If you don't see that red flag, then I don't know. But the thing is, with a lot of these people, a lot of people click up with certain kind of people and they believe that these are their friends, and it's like the friends you got are the ones that you have to keep. Like, a lot of people believe once they lock in, it's no unlocking, or like you just accept that that's that person's character and that's my friend. That's my friend that I don't really like, but he's still my friend, or she's my friend that I don't really like, but she's still my friend. Like, that's just a horrible loop to be in too. You're not obligated to use your life clock with anybody. So if you feel like that this person is toxic and they not going down the same path you going down, it ain't nothing to distance yourself from a person. It's like you ain't gotta forever be locked in with nobody. So it is what it is.
That person, they're not helpful to you, and they're not helpful to themselves either. And so you want to you got to think about this. You got to surround yourself with people who want the best for the best part of you. You can hang around with weasels and losers that are trying to pull you down to justify the fact that they're spiraling downhill as well. And the upside of that is...
You are who you hang around, too. Like I said, you are who you hang around. I say this all the time. You want to sit up there and hang around with people that ain't on shit, that ain't doing shit for themselves, super dependent, not leaders. And when it come to men, bro, we gotta be around leaders. Like, everybody, like, if you got followers in the friend group, those are the ones, because everybody got their little friend groups. The followers in the friend group is the ones you gotta look out for, because if they don't got their own mindset and they can't pave their own way and make their own path, they susceptible to do just about whatever. They change like the seasons. So if they changing like the seasons, one day they might be messing with you, the next day they might snake you, and that might be the last day you live. Like, it's that real. So you really gotta watch out for, like, you gotta really make sure you're around leaders and people who got their own minds, because if not, if they a blank canvas, anybody can get in them and corrupt them, and then that'll be detrimental for you. So, but let's keep going.
Don't have to have any responsibility, and you can all whine about how wretched life is, so that's pretty attractive. But I would say it's also a bad medium to long-term plan. And so it's acceptable and desirable to try to surround yourself with people who are facilitating your development. And you might say, well, I've got people around, I know them well, they're not doing that well, and they don't fit into that category. It's like, what are you going to do with them exactly? If they'll listen and cooperate with you and move towards a better future, great.
If they not helping you in your path or making you better in any kind of way, bro, it's really just kind of like, what's the point? It's like, what are we even here for? We ain't building towards nothing. I see men, we're builders. So if you got a group of guys around you, and it goes into, like I said, the leaders and the followers. If you got a group of guys around you and they not if you got a group of guys around you, bro, and they not sitting up there helping you build or whatever, and they not helping you build up, it's kind of like, what are we doing? We bullshitting at this point. Like I said, men are builders, bro. We gonna want to build, and if we can't, if we can't do that, then it's all just pointless, bro. It's all pointless.
If they don't pay any attention and they keep doing the same damn things over and over and they're not going anywhere and it's painful, then maybe the proper thing to do is say, you just have your misery. I'll go off and have my life. And maybe you'll wake up at some point in the future and think that's a better way of being. Because just putting up with it is, well, they call that enabling, right? put up with that sort of behavior, you're providing tacit consent for it, and even
You're
tacit
enabling.
approval.
Yep.
It's like, it's a bad idea. You have, I would say, both the right and the responsibility to surround yourself with people who are good for the best part of you.
Alrighty. That's the video for... That's the second video, bro. Can I pull up on you? I don't even know this guy, y'all. Who is this guy in my chat? I don't even know, dog. Who is this guy, guys? But nah, for real. Yeah. Yeah, you can. I'm about to hop off of here. That's the second stream for today. You know, I wanted to do something else real quick. Double upload. That's the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. Turn on the bell so you don't miss the next live. And yeah. What is this? What's this video? How to date 9s and 10s. Ignore her. See? It's that red pill ish again. But nah, what's this? Why women must be tested. See? Alright. They about to start recommending me this type of stuff again. What was I gonna say? That's the video for today. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is the second one. Make sure you check out my first video on the incels and all of that good stuff. Turn on the bell, right? Turn on the bell, man, so you can know when I go live. Like it, because that's how you spread the algorithm, spread the video through the YouTube algorithm, and we grow. And yeah, that's the video again.